to her brother. Had a picture of him sitting on her dresser. And so I decided I would just send a little note with her, with hers. At the time, he was going with and thinking about bringing home a Czechoslovakian war bride. And I didn't think that we needed those foreigners over here. We didn't need the competition. So that's how I started writing to him. I knew who he was through Rebecca's letters, and he knew she had a roommate here, and she probably included a few pictures of she and I together at college. He was over there a year after that. He was over 3 years altogether. He was over there a year after. Yes, he was a radio man, sending messages, about operations, military operations and things. I think like roommates in college, I went home with Rebecca for the weekend. She used to come to my place in Kansas City for the weekend, and I would go see her I'd go spend the weekend with her. And I think that he was home from the service then. That would be how we first started going together. We went together about a year and a half. Well, he liked to play ball. Oh, he was kind of on one of those little service teams, and they played intramural between the companies and things like that. He enjoyed his time in the service, and I think that's because that was his first time away from home, really. He kind of, what do you say, grew up away from home. He met people from all over the United States, different accents, different brogues, different ways of thinking. And it was a real enlightening time for him, being a teenager in the war years. Mother and everybody else in the world having to learn to cook with less sugar because there was sugar rationing, less meat because there was meat rationing. You couldn't just travel wherever you wanted because there was gasoline rationing. Everybody had to learn to do with less. And then they took the color out of everything too, because they used the dyes for making uniforms. Yeah, I lost servicemen. Yeah, most families did lose somebody in the service. Yeah, one battle or another. Knowing that I had uncles that were in the service. And the one that was killed, he was not a lot older than I was. He was young enough that he was almost a playmate, but not quite, just a little bit older. He'd pull me around in a little red wagon and stuff like that. Sure, I told him he didn't need to bring her somebody from Europe over.
Didn't need her over
Yeah,
here.
we didn't need all the competition over here. And he wasn't so interested that he'd go through all the paperwork and spend all that time, No, because some did. Yeah, a lot of war brides came home.
Well, I'm glad she didn't.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad.
Me too.